Are you tired of seasonal fragrances? Maybe you're tired of always changing up your fragrances and you just want to have one signature scent that will work in every season, in every weather possible, imaginable. So if this is your problem, then I have some perfumes that work year-round for you. And if this is something that you're into, then stay tuned. And the first fragrance I have for you is Rouge Vanille. And so, as you can tell by the name, this perfume is for lovers of rose and for lovers of vanilla. So it's very sweet, yummy, almost edible type of rose, but it still retains this perfume quality. It's not a gourmand, but it's very deliciously yummy and so delectable. It's very nice perfume that works year round. I wore it in every season and it just works. You know, it's not too heavy in the summer and it's not too light in the winter. I think this is very versatile and a very pleasant fragrance that a lot of people will love. And so if you like these two notes, roses and vanilla, then you definitely need to try Rouge Vanille. And so the second fragrance is Attrape-Rêves by Louis Vuitton, and I have discussed it on my channel pretty recently, but I definitely wanted to include this fragrance in this video because it's perfect year-round type of fragrance. It works just for any occasion, any weather. It's very versatile, very much signature worthy. So to me, this is primarily fruity, floral, patchouli type of fragrance. You have to not mind the patchouli because they are pretty prominent here. And the main notes I smell lychee, rose, some cacao, some ginger, some peony, and patchouli. So I would say that the most prominent for me are rose and patchouli and some dusting of cacao. And the rest of the notes are kind of supportive and they do play a role, but I think that, you know, rose and patchouli definitely are the stars of the show. And I think it's a very pleasant and sexy fragrance, and it's very feminine, very girly. It is not unisex in my eyes at all. And what I wanted to mention is that the longevity and performance are really good on this fragrance. It's super long lasting. I sprayed one spray on the back of my neck. I like to spray the back of my neck because when my hair moves and when the wind blows, I can catch like the whiffs of the fragrance, and also I'm not suffocated by it as I would be if I would spray like on the front of my neck. So that's one of my favorite spots to spray. And I sprayed it once and I went to dance class and I could smell it throughout the class, and you know, I just would get whiffs of it as my hair would move, and I really enjoy it. And you know, if you get this fragrance, it's gonna last you a long time because like one spray is good for 6-7 hours, which is a really perfect longevity. And next fragrance is Dama Bianca, and this might be surprising choice for some, and for others it might not be so surprising. And I think this scent works year-round because it just, you know, it's a floral vanilla, and I do not think that there's a season where this scent profile doesn't really work. So it's very unique and very pleasant and ethereal type of fragrance. It opens up with lime and kumquat. It kind of has like slightly citrusy type of opening, which is really enjoyable. And then you get lots of florals. There are violet florals, and there's lily of the valley, there's jasmine, so it's pretty floral in the middle. But I would say, to me, you know, the vanilla is still the most prominent note that I get here, and to me this is primarily vanilla. It's just surrounded by this beautiful floral bouquet. So really beautiful vanilla, and it's not a cupcake vanilla, it's not a gourmand vanilla, it's kind of like a true vanilla extract. It's vanilla, you know, and since it's surrounded by the florals and by some citruses, it definitely is you know, not gourmand. And that's what I like about it. And also another thing that I really like about this fragrance is that it's very ethereal, it's fairy-like, it's just so feminine. I really like it, and I highly suggest Dama Bianca for those who haven't tried it yet. And the next fragrance is Rouge Smoking by BTK, and in the original version, not in the extrait version, because I think the extrait version works better in the colder weather. And so BTK, the original version, works really well year-round in my opinion, because it's just a pretty versatile scent if you like sweeter cherry vanilla type of scents. So to my nose it smells like fizzy cherry vanilla Coca-Cola. Like, it's just so fizzy. I don't know exactly what gives it such a fizzy quality, but it does give me this kind of like bubbly type of vibe, which is really interesting. And then I also get cherry, and I get vanilla, and I get some like pink pepper, but not a lot of it. And then I can definitely smell the heliotrope. But overall, I think that, you know, the individual notes don't tell you much about this fragrance. It's mostly about the whole composition, and the whole composition to me, like I've said, smells like a cherry vanilla Coca-Cola. And I've heard other people describe it like that as well, and I heard that other people have similar experiences, so I think it's pretty safe to say that that's how it smells. And you of course might get a different experience, but it's very likely you're also gonna get a little bit of that cherry vanilla Coca-Cola. And so if that sounds good to you, then you definitely need to try Rouge Smoking by BDK. And next I chose Silk Santal, and this is a very beautiful vanilla praline type of fragrance. That these notes are the most prominent to me, and of course there are a bunch of other notes, and I do pick up on some freesia, on some nectarine, and some musk and sugar, but I think this combination of vanilla and praline are the most prominent for me, and that's what I smell throughout the life of this fragrance, and I really love it. And I do definitely also pick up the floral vibe, and I really like it here because it makes the fragrance more well-rounded, and it doesn't let it go into like this completely sticky sweet gourmand type of direction. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I kind of am stepping away from fragrances like that, and this is like a very nice kind of medium between the crazy gourmand fragrance and something completely not sweet. This is like somewhere in the middle. It's definitely sweet, but it's perfectly sweet, not too much, not too little. And if you like vanilla, and if you like praline and some floral notes, then I feel like it's safe to say you're gonna love it. I think lots of people love this fragrance, and there was this whole craze when they were like making it limited edition, and now it's finally permanent and you can get your hands on it. And last but not least, I want to discuss One Umbrella for Two by Florico. And this is one of my happy scents, one of the scents that I turn towards when I want to just feel good and I want to smile, because spraying this fragrance instantly puts a smile to my face, and I just really love how it makes me feel. So this is definitely like a carefree, feel good type of fragrance. It's like if a rom-com could be a fragrance, this would be One Umbrella for Two, because it's definitely like light, easygoing. It's, you know, it doesn't really like tell you any type of story. It's very simple, and it smells like you're taking a freshly baked blueberry pie out of the oven. You get hit with this fresh aroma of blueberries baked into this pie, and it's just so delicious and so like starchy. So I really love it. And when I say that it doesn't tell you story, I just mean to say that it's pretty simple, you know. It's not this complex fragrance that you have to like try to understand, that you have to try to like realize what kind of notes you're smelling, what you're smelling, what gives you certain smell. This fragrance, in that, it's not that. It's pretty simple and easy to understand, but there's beauty in that. We all need that sometimes. That's why I'm saying that it's perfect for any season, because in any season you can just pull this fragrance and spray it and put a smile on your face as well. So these were my year-round fragrances that I think work perfectly in any weather, in any occasion. Do you guys have your favorite year-round fragrances? And if so, what are they? I'll be really curious to know, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!